Greetings, YouTube. This is James from Brown's Mowing and Property Management for a little update video. I know you guys really like seeing the trailer setups and stuff, so I thought I'd do another one since we got a new trailer. So actually we got a couple things to show. So here, so the last one we had, we're still pulling it with the 2016 F350. It's the Power Stroke, and the last one we had was a 7x16 Cargo Express, which was severely hail damaged to the point where it just did not look good going down the road. So we utilized the insurance and upgraded. So this one is a 2019 SureTrack Pro Series. It is used, so it did have this scratch right there, but that was the only damage on the whole trailer. So because of that, I was able to pick it up for $3,500 under what they would have charged if it was perfect. I'm okay with it. Our decals are going to cover all that up anyway. I'm pretty certain anyway. So this is an 8.5 by 20. Obviously, it doesn't have the decals on it and the wraps and stuff yet, but a lot more room. So this is the Pro Series, not the Landscape Pro. So this is technically a car hauler. Like I said, it's 8.5 by 20, and I'm just going to walk through everything I did on this one. So on this one, it came to me. Somebody had installed the E-Track along both sides, so I've utilized some of that in other other areas I haven't. Transferred my Equipment Defender racks over because they're still, even though they're 4 years old, they're still freaking perfect. They're built like tanks. So the blower rack with the 9010 in it, I shortened up the tubes on both my 9010s. I just took out the middle extension tube and put the end back on it. Makes it a whole lot easier when you're on a stander and you're blowing off a property. That tube doesn't touch the ground. It doesn't even go past your knee, so you don't have to keep track of that. Anyway, put the backpack blower rack back here. The idea is I'm going to put a second one right here. Probably have to reconfigure this piece of E-Track some way, but trimmer spool is up there. I'm just going to go around from the driver's side here. I haven't purchased additional racks yet, but what I did have in my garage was one of these trimmer rack deals. This is the Craftsman from Lowe's. So I just drilled 2 holes in it, mounted it to the stud, holds my hedge trimmer perfect. That's the best way I could think to do it, and without having to buy an additional $100 rack or anything. Those racks can be up to $400. So I think it's going to work fine. We're going to try it out this week. I just did that today. And then the HC 152 Echo hedge trimmer, I put a small section of E-Track up there in one of those big hooks because it's got a built-in hole right there from the factory to hang it from. So I put one of those large deep hooks on there so it can't bounce off. And then I just have a bungee running across just to keep them from flapping. Took some of my string that I already had wound up and just stuck it on there because I didn't really have a good place to put it. That works. What you're seeing, you're probably picking up on already, all the orange tape all over everything. I will go over that just shortly. That's the Equipment Defender hand tool rack for enclosed trailers. We use Razorback tools. I do have to get another Razorback garden rake because we inadvertently left one on a job site. So we've got a round tip, a flat tip, a leaf rake, a garden rake, an edger, loppers, and hedge shears on both trailers. Well, almost everything on both trailers. I've still got to get a couple more tools for the other trailer. More to come on that. This trailer's orange. Well, the trailer's white, but this trailer's tools colors are orange. So everything that's got orange tape on it goes on this trailer, minus the mowers. I did not identify the mowers because one of these standers is going to go on the other trailer with a ZTR on here. So there'll be a ZTR and a stander on both trailers and a Toro 30-inch. Just a personal pace. We just use a residential model 30-inch Toro. It's worked really well for us because we only have 5 or 6 small backyards that we can't get the big mowers in. I think 5. And I don't take on any additionals that are too small to get the big mowers in. It's just not efficient for us in our area. You'll notice there's a large amount of real estate here. That's roughly 5 foot, almost 6. There's going to be another hand tool rack here, and then I'll separate, all the landscape type tools from the what I would call normal tools, the leaf rake, garden rake, shovel, and flat nose. And I got a garden weasel on there with just a couple of clips holding it, and then it's hanging on that hook just in case the clips don't hold. If it falls, it just stops. So had a lot of trouble with these standers and the tires. So what I did is I went on Amazon and I found Deere replacement tire and wheel combos for the stander, and I put one on each trailer. And that's just an E-hook spare tire holder. That's just attached to the E-track and hung up there. Then I've got my accelerator bagger up front, along with a bag for the Toro, which is a 30-inch Toro here. And these are just on, again, more of those deep J-hooks. And then I went ahead on the big accelerator, I went ahead and put the strap around it just to kind of hold it. It hasn't tried to bounce off because I don't drive like an idiot. But just peace of mind. Excuse my camera angle here. We'll get that hook back up there. And then we've got just a trash can here. And yep, that's what you think it is. It's come in clutch. I've got my little bucket here. I've got to put a toolbox in here to put all my little small hand tools. We keep like some screwdrivers, some pliers, and things like that. Things to do quick, easy repairs. So I've got to get a small toolbox. I'm probably just going to mount it right here in the trailer, like a chest box, small one. Just put all that stuff in that locks. Not for security reasons, but just so they don't come flying open, really. And then I'll have a little worktop to work on as well. A little hook there with my extra sweatshirt. I found this. We got our drink cooler and a spare tire trailer aid. If you don't know what that is, you need to look them up and get one. If you have run on a tandem axle trailer, that thing is the berries. You just run it up on opposite tire of whichever one is flat. It raises it up off the ground. You can change the tire out. So, spare tire. And then I found this cool little Northern Tool. It had this neat little bin that's got an E-track mount to it. And it fits perfect for our little mixes. So that way they're right by the door. Right there's the mix can. And there's a regular gas can, both 5 gallon. So we pull a mix out of here and we got the can right there and we fill it up. Boom. Also, that allows me to quickly identify when I need to put more mix in here. I don't have to open any doors, anything like that. It's right there. So if I see there's not 6 in there, I grab a couple or 1 or 2 or whatever it takes out of the garage, throw them in here and fill it up. Keep 6. We got our little grabbers there right by this door for easy access. There's an additional pair of grabbers back there by the back door. I'll show you in a second. I just wanted one by both doors so we can just open the door, grab the grabbers, and pick up trash as needed. We use basically just this big bucket. Occasionally we'll just use a regular 5 gallon bucket, but it just depends on what we have on the trailer at that time. Normally it's just that big bucket or a bag. And that 5 gallon bucket, we keep extra bags. I've got an extra box of trash bags down there as well. something else that will go into the little toolbox once it's in here and mounted. Sorry about the quick change on the camera angle there. I've got a broom and a dustpan mounted right here by the door as well, for easy access. I've got my Little Giant multi-ladder. This is great for trimming shrubs, cleaning out a gutter, on a single story house, of course. We've got big extension ladders on the trucks and stuff, so when we need them, we just grab them. But this is fantastic. It just sits right there on the wheel well, and I put just a ratchet strap on it, and I didn't crank on it. I just snugged it down, gave it one click, and it holds fantastic. You move the whole trailer when you shake this. Again, back to the E-Track with one of those little J hooks to hold the what is it, PB 2520, I believe, trimmer, or trimmer, goodness gracious, handheld blower, 2620, I guess it is. Just great to have a handheld blower on the truck as well. So when you're running two guys, pardon my camera angle again, when you got two guys on each truck, you got a handheld blower for the small jobs in and out. Then we got the Equipment Defender 4-position rack. I've got the steel KM90R on the top, same as the last time. We leave that on the truck. That way we've always got that hedge trimmer attachment, and we do, I won't say a lot of hedges, bushes, but a fair bit. So we've got 3 different hedgers available, and then I've got extension poles for that, the chainsaw attachment, the bed redefiner. I don't have a weed eater head for it, surprisingly enough, but we don't ever use it for trimming. It's just too heavy. It's way heavier than the 225 Echoes. So next one down, we're running the 2620. That's the standard. That's not a 2620T. I've ran these trimmers now, I believe they're the 2620 is 3 seasons, and this 225 is 4 seasons on this one. We take care of our stuff. I know it needs washed, but we take care of our stuff with the proper fuel mixes and the changing the plugs and the fuel filters and all that jazz, cleaning out the air filters, yada yada. Additionally, like I said, by the back door, I've got another set of grabbers right there mounted on the wall, and then of course our safety cone. Now everything in here, even the ladder, the blowers, the trimmers, the safety cone, the trash can, the Toro mower, all the stuff, even the baggers, well, not the Toro bagger, but the aluminum baggers, everything's orange. This trailer is orange. I stole that out of another company's playbook. When you're running multiple trailers and guys are constantly moving stuff from one trailer to another, making sure, you know, you have everything back on the appropriate trailer where it goes, or the appropriate truck or whatnot, is critical. That way you've always got everything, and now you can easily identify, hey, this is orange, this goes on the enclosed, or hey, this is green, this goes on the open trailer. So let's walk back here and I will show you the other upgrade. This is about a year coming. I picked this trailer up actually for free. It was abandoned, had a broken wheel hub, and it was left in a parking lot. So I followed all the state laws and left the information, did all the forms and such, and yada yada. No one claimed it after 6 months. So actually, state of Indiana, it says you only have to wait 30 days. I waited 60 days, and the place where I got it, they had all my information. It was in their parking lot, and you know, they never claimed it. So it is a 7x16 open 4-foot high sidewall landscape trailer. I don't know the brand. I've seen a lot of these. I should have known that before I started this video, but I apologize, I didn't. At any rate, I've seen these online before, and they are not cheap. They're close to 7 grand, 8 grand, something like that, new. Like I said, this one had a broken wheel hub, and that's why it was abandoned, and it was completely loaded with trash. Somebody had done what looked like an estate clean out, and it was just loaded all the way to the top with trash and just left in their parking lot. There's no tags on it. There was no VIN anywhere, no tags anywhere, no license plate. None of the lights worked. Obviously it had shit for tires. This hub was broken completely off. When I actually hooked it to my truck to pick it up from the parking lot, that wheel fell off. So I just threw it in the back and went on about my day. So since then, I have now replaced both axles, all 4 tires. I have put all new lights all the way around it. So brake lights, marker lights, turn signals, everything. All new wiring. It's completely ran from start to finish. Basically, it's all new, minus the frame. It's got a new deck on it. When I got it, it had a 2x6 deck with 1 1/8" Advantech type OSB flooring or subfloor on it. And so it was that super thick subfloor that they had put on it because all the boards underneath were rotten. Well, all that stuff sat and soaked up all the water, and there was 2,280 pounds worth of wood on that trailer because it was soaked, because it all just soaked up all that water. So I took all that off and obviously got rid of that, did some welding and some supports and such, and fixed all that stuff. So anyway, back to the trailer. So this one is the green trailer. This one has green duct tape on every item that's on the trailer. So again, I've got an accelerator bagger because there's going to be one of the deers is going to be on here. I've got the deer spare tire and wheel down there because again, it'll have a deer on it. Trash can, green tape. 5-gallon bucket, green tape. Another 2620 blower, I believe is the number on it. Some steel mix there. I've got to get a little can. Yeah, a 2620, PB 2620. And then it's got the Green Touch little spool rack there. And I had bought this Green Touch rack as a trial, and I like the Equipment Defenders better, but I already had this. And if you guys, anybody that's watching this video and you're wondering, or if you don't already know, those racks are not cheap. They're like $300 a piece. So I used it. It works fine. It works great. It's drilled and bolted on, and I still got to do a little paint job on this thing, but we wanted to get it all put together and functional first, and then I've got all the had to get it all legal and all that jazz. So on the outside, it's got this little basket. I keep a 5-gallon can on a 2.5-gallon mix can on this one, because this trailer is strictly maintenance, lawn maintenance. That's all it's going to do. Mow grass, get cash. That's it. But I set it up in this fashion that we have all the normal things, just like the other trailer. So again, the measurements are 7x16, open with 4-foot sides. I went ahead and put the Gorilla lifts on there because this gate is ridiculously heavy. Ridiculously heavy. It's double angle on every brace. So they were clearly loading some stuff on here and determined real quick that the gate wasn't enough. I've got my cone, safety cone, of course, and it's got the green tape on it because it goes on the green trailer. This one's got all new Razorback hand tools because we just started this trailer up. So again, I've got the round shovel, the flat shovel, the garden rake, and the leaf rake. And then that's the mulch fork. We weren't doing mulch out of here, but that just happened to be on this trailer, so I just left it there. A pair of loppers down there for normal stuff. And then I've got one of the 225s on this trailer, and I've got, yes, you see a steel. Like I said, I've got a couple pieces of steel equipment, and I don't have anything against the steel, other than that's the 91R. It's heavy. It's way heavier than the Echoes. It's got the Darwin grip on it. That's the OG Darwin grip. So we were trying that out. I bought that years ago. Tried it for a few years ago anyway. Tried it for about 2 days. Could not get used to it. Took it off, and it's been laying in my shed ever since. Well, I picked up that FS91R, and it was so heavy, and I'm old and my back hurts. And I thought, well, let me give it another shot. So we put it on there, and all my guys now want one. They think it's phenomenal, so I'm going to go ahead and order the updated Pros, the Darwin Pros, and put one on every trimmer. Just makes a world of difference on your back when you are trimming all day long. So, anyway, I've got the old Gravely on here, and yeah, I just threw the, that's just a big can liner bag that I threw over the seat. It's supposed to rain tonight, so like to keep the seat dry, and I don't have my carport yet for this to sit underneath. I'm purchasing a carport and putting right here where we stand, and this trailer will just be backed up underneath it. Again, with the 9010, the PB 9010T, phenomenal blowers. Pretty heavy, but phenomenal blowers. These things are powerful, crazy powerful. Again, with the Equipment Defender blower rack, because, well, I had to buy one, so I'm buying Equipment Defender. Remember, like I said, I already had the Green Touch out of another trailer from a couple years ago, so why not just use it instead of spending another $300 bucks? And that's all that's on this trailer right now. I've got to get some type of toolbox and put on here, some type of weather tight toolbox. I'm probably going to do what I just watched Nickens Lawn Care video. I think it was a couple years old, but shout out to them. They put a flatbed toolbox on the front of their lawn care trailer. So it's one that sits on the flatbed trucks, and the door's just hinged down, but it's closed up and sealed off. So I thought, man, that would be a whole lot better for small tools and so on. So I'm going to do that. I just haven't yet. But anyway, yeah, there is no way without those gorilla lifts I could have just picked that up one hand. I'm not kidding, guys. I bet this gate weighs every bit of probably 120 pounds, 150 pounds without those lifts on it. So, and I mounted the, in case anybody's wondering, they have a high side trailer. In case they haven't quite figured out how to do it, I tried mounting the gorilla lifts all the way up here. Doesn't work. I did that before I read the directions. So, per the directions, they need to be no more than, I think it's 24 inches up to your gate height to properly work. There's just not enough. Because when I mounted them up here, the gate stopped like right here. So clearly that wasn't going to work. So I moved them all the way down. I took a piece of angle, cut it to fit, mounted it to the trailer, and then mounted the gorilla lifts to the angle. So they sit upright. I tried running them sideways, did not work. I thought, well, that guide wire's trapped pretty well. It should work. And it did not work very well. So don't do it. Doesn't work. This is the weed eater rack that was on this trailer. I thought about trying to use it because it's already there, but this thing sucks. It's bent, number one, so that bar's bent. This does not receive the bigger molded hand grips that are on the steel or the Echoes. So this is kind of like old school. It didn't work for me, put it that way. So we're not using it. I'm going to find something else to put out here, put over here. I'll probably wind up cutting this off. I don't know, may leave it on. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But there it is, guys. That's the second lawn care trailer. Running 2 crews this year. We've got, like I said, I've got brand new axles under this, but I still have to get the brakes. My trailer, the trailer shop that I use, they were putting together a price for me for putting brakes on all 4 corners and then wiring up a battery box and stuff. Well, I had them wire this trailer because they just do phenomenal work, and I wanted them to do it, so I knew I didn't have to mess with it. I could keep making money, and I knew it would be done right. So when I had them wire it, I told them I was going to have them put brakes on it eventually. So they went ahead and mounted the breakaway that came in the kit that I bought. So that's ready. All they got to do is mount a battery box out here, and then I've got a junction box. I don't know if I'll be able to grab it or not. See it? And anyway, yeah, there it is. The junction box is mounted underneath the trailer, so all the wiring is all tied up, nice and neat, and it all goes to the junction box. And then there's one wire, your 7-way, that comes out here. Again, sorry for the camera work, guys. I'm not a cameraman, but and then to get across, let's see if I can see it here. Get across the axles, the way this trailer is designed, there wasn't any room to run stuff through the holes and be supported. So what we did, I had them run conduit. We ran conduit through. It all comes into here. It's all sealed up, weatherhead or weather tight junctions. It's got a T here for the brakes and a T on the back axle for the brakes, and then they've got the pigtails just zip tied up. So when this is ready to go over for the brakes, all they got to do is connect the brake here, run one wire across the tongue, goodness gracious, across the axle over to that side, and wire in the brakes over there. But this is like, it's very well done as far as the wiring goes. It's pretty much bulletproofed because where it goes through the frame, it's all in conduit. All the parts where it comes out are weather tight seals, so moisture can't really get in there, and that'll protect the wiring really well. And you'll notice there's not just a ton of wires everywhere. You know, it's very clean. There's one wire on that side that runs for the marker lights, and then there's just this conduit over here. So at any rate, 2 brand new axles, 4 new tires. Still got to strip off the wheels and repaint them, but it's all a work in progress. So all new LED lights. I added markers here and on the back of the fenders. I added markers up here, there, and I put an additional red marker back here on the back corner. I know it's got the tail light right there, but I had this little angle sticking out on both sides, so I thought, well, let's put a red marker there. So that's the 2024 setup for Brown's Mowing and Property Management Inc. This is what we're running this year. I've got to get another 0 turn for the second trailer, so we'll run 1 0 turn and 1 stander on each trailer with the Toro 30. I've got to go pick up the new Toro 30 to put on this trailer, and one of the little Jungle Gym wheel locks, and then I've got to get a couple fast straps so I can strap the ones down on this trailer specifically. I don't know why, but they seem to move around on this open trailer, but they don't in the other trailer. So anyway, if you got any questions, comments, things I could do better, things you like, whatever, leave them in the comments below. Like and subscribe. I know I have a very small channel with only a few videos, but I'm trying to get better at it. I focus a lot of my attention on everything else that I got going on other than videos, and we just try to make them when I can. So, and this one's being pulled by the 2015 3/4 ton work truck. So it's been a phenomenal rig for us. So it pulls this trailer a whole lot better than it does that big 20, since this is a 6.0 gas. I was getting 7.6 miles to the gallon out of this, pulling that 20-foot enclosed. With this setup, you get about 12 miles to the gallon. So I got to be conscious about finance, on all this stuff when you're running a business. So that's why we're pulling this trailer with this truck, because it's the 6.0 gas. Phenomenal engine, plenty of power. It pulled it no problem. Just the fuel economy sucked. So, at any rate, that is my that's my setup for 2024. And oh no, I'm sure you see, maybe you caught in the background, the tarp on my roof up there. Yeah, that was also from the hail and tornado storm that came through. So we're on the list. We're getting a new roof, new gutters, new paint, everything. So there's the setups for Brown's Mowing and Property Management 2024 season. Again, if you got any questions, comments, concerns, things I could do better, things that you liked, whatever, something you're going to steal, cool, leave them in the comments below. Hit that bell. Thanks. Have a great day.